Dear friends, bonsai lovers, welcome back to our Bonsai Kapila's creations. And today we are going to study the placement of the plant in a bonsai pot. These are the series of videos on the development on jade plant, how to shape a plant. In the previous video we have seen how to shape a wild grown jade plant into a bonsai. How we shifted to a bonsai pot and how we had given the shape, everything is clearly shown there. And today we are going to see today we are going to study about the placement of the plant in a pot. Placement also makes a important role in the bonsai repotting. Placement means when the plant, there are so different shapes of pots are there. Oval shape, rectangular shape. I will show you the different shapes now. This is a oval shaped pot and this is a rectangular shaped pot, and round pot will be there and vertical pot will be there. So these most of the styles in nature and in bonsai, all those style 80% of the plant style goes along with the oval shape and the rectangular shape. Oval shape and the rectangular shape pots. So when you are when you are first, when you bought a nursery plant, first you have to style the plant and give a shape to the plant, and after seeing the shape of the plant we have to shift it to a oval shape pot, or we have to shift it to a rectangular shape. The selection of the pot depends on the shape of the plant. So, and the color of the pot is also very important. Most of the colors, dark brown, light brown, earthen colors, those light colors will go along with the any style. If you want to take darker colors, then it is better for flowering plants and the fruiting plants, they make a good when we are selecting a pot for the flowering and the fruiting plant, the darker colors or any white color or any blue color gives some attraction towards the plant, and the plant looks very pretty in those pots. But for the normal styles like formal upright style and informal upright style and the oval umbrella shape, for those plants, for those styles, the oval shape or rectangular shape is good for the plant. Now this plant is also a jade plant, and this jade plant, you can see the thickness of the trunk line is very thick, and it is having good structure. If you see the placement here, now actually here it is very empty now, and the placement of the and the styling of the branches and the if you see the structure of the trunk line is, if you see the structure of the trunk line, it is good, but it is not pretty as much. But if you see from this side, it is looking very pretty. It is looking very pretty, and the entire portion of the plant is having a good look over there. Now if you see from this side, if you see this plant from this side, it is having a good style, triangular shape and well balanced branches, and it is having a good look. But here if you see the pot, the plant is in this direction, it is looking very pretty. If you see in this direction, it is looking pretty, but the pot is in this shape. So this is not the correct placement. If you look at this plant style and the placement of the plant is not at all good. So now today we are going to see how to place a plant in a bonsai pot. Now if you see this plant, let me keep it down. If you see this plant, it is having a pretty look, and you can see the correct placement, and the entire branches are covering the empty portion of the pot, and it is giving a pretty look to the plant. It is a briar plant, and it is having the flowers also. So this briar is having the very small leaves that gives a pretty look. When you are placing a plant in a small pot, small leaves plants are looks very pretty with the for mame bonsai. Mame bonsai means small bonsai, and for the small bonsais always you select a plant which is having small leaves, You can see the size of the leaves and the flower. So like this, now here the placement is perfect and the plant is looking very pretty in this pot. Now I will show you another plant. This is the plant of Moorpunky and Thuja orientalis. It is called as also Thuja orientalis, and this plant is in a conical shape, and it is shaped into a formal upright style by wiring the plant. Now after styling this plant, now I left for 3 months like this. Now there is a growth on the leaf. Now we have to trim down these branches, and we have to give a shape to the plant and allow the down portion of the branches to have a good look at the to have a good padding on the branches. Now this Thuja plant is having the habit of lateral development of the branch. If you see they are not in the horizontal, they are in the lateral development, and you can see the development of the branches. They are going straight upwards. You have to trim it down, and you have to give a different look to the plant. See, and now it is coming, and it is going down, and it is coming up. Still more the cutting and pruning is there. I had to remove these wires, and I had to rewire it again to give a proper shape to the plant. But the placement, you see the placement is perfect here, and it is a rectangular pot, and if you see this one, it is little big on back side from the center, it is little big on the plant side. There is a depth in the pot, and that gives a good look to the plant. So you have to place the plants like that in any pot. First, if you see the styles, first one is formal. Main styles are, first one is formal upright style, Second is informal upright, informal upright style. And third one is the slanting style. And fourth one is cascade. In cascade, semi-cascade and the semi-cascade style. These four are the main styles in nature. First, formal upright style, informal upright style, slanting style. So formal upright style means the plant will be straight. It grows straight, and the development of the plant and the main trunk line and the branches, they will be straight. This is the part, and it grows straight, and from that point, from the down to top portion, it will be straight. They will be in the straight line, and the branches will be, first branch will be like and this one, and second will be in the right. First will be if it is right, and if it left, and the third will be back, and they will be development like this. So this is the primary branch, and this is the secondary branch, third branch, like that. So there will be circulating, they are circulating the trunk line, and they are going up to the canopy, and from the point down, from the below to the top, it will be in the straight line. This is called as a formal upright style. In this formal upright style, we are selecting a part of oval shape or rectangular shape. We are selecting a part of oval shape or the rectangular. If it is a oval shape, for the plants which are having the small leaves and the good padding system, and the and the trunk line is very smooth and the curvy, that plant is can be goes along with the oval shape part. If the plant trunk line is very hard, it is having a thick bark and the brown color, and there it is very sturdy, that plant goes along with the rectangular shape part. So depends on there are the feminine style and masculine style plants are also there. So when you are saying feminine plants, they are having a small smooth structure and very pretty leaves of small size, and they look you can see the femininity in the plant. If the plant leaves are big and the trunk line is very hard and it is having very thick bark and good very hardy plant, that structure then can be called as a masculine structure, and this goes along with the rectangular shape part. So now if you are coming to the placement of the plant, now you are taking the formal upright style. When you are taking a formal upright style, how to place a plant? In the formal upright style, we have taken a oval shape part. In this oval shape part, in this we are making into 4 parts. Wait for a minute, I'll put it little bit. There will be, I'll show you now. And this is the oval shape part, and you have a plant of a formal upright style. So where to place the plant, that is important. Now first we have to make 4 parts. You have to, this is the bonsai part. This is the bonsai part. Now you are making this bonsai part into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the center. Now how to place that plant now? Now we have a formal upright style. So for the formal upright style, what we have to do? Take the plant and place it exactly this is the center, behind the center. You have to start it from here, and this is the plant now. These are the branches. Now the formal upright style will be like this. From the down portion, from this down portion to the top portion, it will be straight, and the placement is behind the center little bit. If it is a center is here, if the center is here, little bit behind the center, we have to place the plant. Like this we have to place any plant. This is the formal upright style. Then in the informal upright style, what we will do, I will show you. Informal upright style, the line will be straight like this only, and the plant takes the turn. This is the starting point of the plant, and this takes the turns like this. Now if you see here, the plant is having a curve. The trunk line is going out of the center, and it is touching that the top, it is touching the same line, that is the straight line here. So the placement, when you are placing this plant, you have to place it at the center only, like this. Now now this is informal upright style. Informal upright style. In this informal upright style, what we are doing, the plant is taking a curve like this. Now the plant is taking a going out of the way and touching the main trunk line, main line. This is the center portion. So now the branches placement is right side one, left side one branch, and like that, and it is growing in the triangular shape. The placement is also at the, if you are making into 4 parts, this is little bit behind the center, little bit behind the center. So like that we have to place a plant of the informal upright style. It may be a rectangular part or it may be a oval shape part. We have to place a plant like that. This is the informal upright style plant. This is the placement of the plant, just little bit behind the center. So there will be depth. There will be depth to view the plant, trunk line and the branches clearly. So we have to place the plant in the oval shape part or rectangular shape part like this for the informal upright style and the formal upright style. Now we are going to see slanting style. Now we are going to study about the slanting. slanting style. All these things are, all these points, they make a important role in the bonsai development. We have to, all our grand old masters, Jan Naka and all those masters, they had given some principles, they had given some rules by studying the nature, and that gives a perfect look to the plant as a miniature form of the nature. Actually, according to Jan Naka, every potted plant is not a bonsai. If it should look like a miniature form of the nature. It should look like a tree. When you are placing the plant in a shallow container, it should look like a tree. So that is the bonsai. It is not all the potted plant, all the plants that are potted in the shallow containers won't be a bonsai. So we have to keep in that mind, and we have to see the placement of the plant and styling of the plant, everything. In the each element plays a main role in the development of the bonsai. Now when you are coming to the slanting style, in the slanting style, the plant takes a slant maybe towards the right side or to maybe towards the left side. Now it is taking the right side. Now how to place a plant? If you are placing at the center, now the flow of the plant, if you are placing at the center, now this is the center of the pot. If you are placing at the center, the flow of the plant, the curve of the plant is going out of the pot, and here this area is empty. There is nothing is there. So it is a question mark. It won't look very pretty, and this empty area gives a gap between the pot and the plant. So for this, what we have to do is, we have to place the plant in a perfect way. What is that perfect thing? We have to place the plant at the corner of the pot. For the slanting style, you have to place the plant at the corner of the pot, and that gives a, now here also if you are making in the 4 pots, here at the one corner you have to place the plant. At the one corner you have to place the plant, and the plant gives a pretty look, and the entire pot will be covered, and it looks like a small tree like thing, small वृक्ष रूप लेता है, and that gives a good beautiful view to the viewer. Then that will be a good bonsai. So when you are making the plant into a slanting style, placement should be at the one side of the pot, and this entire area we can leave it like this, or you can make a landscaping by keeping some stones or some houses, or it depending on your interest you can decorate this one. Otherwise you can leave this one, and entire our our interest will be on the plant, and that will be, it gives a great depth to the pot, and it looks as natural as in the nature. So now our entire concentration on the plant and the pot, and it is a perfect placement. Like this we have to, the placement of the plant in a pot also gives a is also very important, and that beautifies the structure of the plant, and that beautifies the style of the plant, and it gives some depth, and it gives some what we can say, it adds some beauty to the plant, it adds some beauty to the tree, and it looks like a bonsai plant. So friends, study all these placements and structure, style of the plant, and we have to keep all these things in mind, and we have to place when you are reporting a plant, first see the style of the plant and place the plant according to the style. If it is a formal upright style, straight at the center, a little bit behind the center, and if it is a slanting style, at the one corner of the pot. So all these things plays a main important role in for the beginners in when you are repotting the plant and we are making a normal plant in one nursery plant into a bonsai. Now I will show you the plant, our jade plant. What is the thing is missing in this? Now you see here, this is the plant base. Now if you see this plant, it is not placed perfectly, because maybe when the Mali is keeping in the nursery, he might be keeping this one towards the sunlight in this direction. So that's why the plant is having more greenery over here, and there may be some obstruction here because of the other plants, some maybe wall, something. That's why there is no development here. Actually, when the placement was done in here, it is the perfect way of placement. But after that, plant is developed and became different. So it is the direction of the plant. So what we have to do now we have to report this plant in the correct position. So that is more important. So friends, when you are placing the plant in the sunlight, that is also very important. When the face towards the sunlight gets more greenery like that, and which is away from the sunlight gets more empty over there, like this empty places will be there. Now here placing also, you have to place this way as it towards the sunlight like this, not in this direction. So don't put it in a angular manner. Put it the pot as it is like that, in towards the sun, not in this direction. So towards the sun, if the sun is like this, you have to place the pot like this and let the plant develop more branches, and there will be more greenery toward the plant. Now we will remove this plant from the pot and we'll put it in the correct position. If you are seeing from this side, actually this is the correct way of looking at the plant according to the pot placement and the placement of the plant. But here it is this eye poking branch is obstructing the main trunk line. The main trunk line is completely covered by the eye poking branch. This type of branches should not be there on the main trunk line. When they cover the main trunk line, the bonsai plant won't have a good look like a small miniature form of a nature, because this branch is covered entirely the main trunk line. That's why we have to remove this plant and we have to move the direction of the plant. We have to move the angle of the plant towards another side where we can see the clear trunk line. Here we can see the clear trunk line, and we can remove this branch, and it gives a perfect look to the plant here. Now first we'll remove this branch. There are two branches at the same place. When there are two branches at the same point, and it slowly this area becomes very thick. There will be a bulging of this place, and the trunk line will be very thin, and there will be a bulging here, and it gives a bad look to the trunk line. That's why you have to remove one of the branch and let it be there only one branch on the main trunk line. Now this is the way of we are looking at the plant now. This is the way. We remove it from the pot. Yeah, there is a good development of roots over there. It is having lot of fiber roots. When there are fiber roots are there, no more fibrous roots, then the plant will having the good and the plant will be having the good development, because the fibrous roots, they take more nutrients, and when the fibrous roots are young, when these roots are very young, they take more nutrient from the soil and supply it to the plant. That's why there should be lot of development. There should be more development of the roots. Fibrous roots should be there. These are also called as the feeder roots. We are cutting them and we are allowing them to get more and more roots there. When you are removing all these small roots, no, there will be a division of, we are stopping the growth here, there will be more development from the back of the branch roots, and this plant gets more and more feeder roots. That is good for the plant to have more nutrients for its development. Now our pot is ready. How to keep a bonsai pot ready before placing the plant, I have shown in the previous videos. Complete basic course of development of the plant and styling of the plant as given in the previous videos. You can see those videos. You will get a how to make the bonsai soil, how to cover the drainage holes of the pot. So everything I have given in the previous videos clearly. Now here we are studying the placement of the plant. Now this is the pot and we are made into 4 pots now. This is the center. And this is the center, and we are placing the plant like this. We are removing some soil. Now if you see clearly, this is the correct placement. This is a plant. You can see the correct view of the plant. You can tie the plant with the wire. I'll show you how to tie that one. Now, this is the correct positioning of the plant. It is at the center. All the branches are spreading in the all directions, and along with the pot. Pot is in the rectangular shape now, and the branches are spreading in the horizontally, and it is giving a good look to the plant. Now it is a beautiful bonsai plant. Now we will fill entire pot with the bonsai soil. We'll place moss over here. With a chopstick, you have to fill the gaps between the old soil and the new soil. Now there is a very tight soil near the roots, and this is the loose soil. So there is a possibility of the air gaps between the plant and the bonsai soil. That's why you have to put the toothpick and press it inside and move the soil gently. If any gap is there, that gap will be filled with the bonsai soil and the plant will be stable. When we are doing like this, the plant won't move here and there, and it will have stability because of the without any air gaps. Now there is lot of air gaps are there, so here we have to fill the soil. You can see clearly here. We are covering this area with completely wet moss. We are keeping the moss in the water for 10 minutes, and we are taking off the water and we are cutting it. We are taking off the water and cutting into pieces. We should not put a solid moss like this. If you are putting like this, there won't be air supplied to the soil. There won't be any oxygen to the soil. It blocks the oxygen. It blocks the air to enter into the soil. That's why what we have to do, we have to make it into small pieces. When you are making them into small pieces, there will be very more loose moss and air gaps will be there. So there are gaps of moss, and then now this loose soil, this loose moss allows the air into the bonsai soil, and the soil gets fresh oxygen and there will be a proper development of the roots. This is more important when you are placing the moss on the bonsai soil. Actually, we will do it in the placing the moss on bonsai soil. We usually will do it in the dry area zones because there is a lot of air evaporation from the soil there because less humidity in the weather. That's why weather takes away the soil water air from the that's why weather takes lot of air and water from the soil into there will be more evaporation. There will be more evaporation of water from the soil into the air, and the soil, because of that one, the soil becomes dry. And within a less time the soil becomes completely dry. So that's why what to control that evaporation, we are putting the moss, and this moss takes the water and absorbs the water and it keeps the soil cool. And there will be less evaporation. Because of this moss, there will be less evaporation of the water from the soil and the plant will be cool. It gets cool air and there will be more development of proper roots in the soil, fresh bonsai soil. So when you are staying in this method of keeping moss, will do it in the dry areas. So see where you are staying. If you are staying in the temperate country zones, then don't put this moss. Already your weather is having very cool and there is more moisture in the soil. That's why you need not to put the moss when you are repotting the plant. Only in these areas we have to do this type of covering of moss. Covering of bonsai soil with moss is very important when you are doing the repotting time. Now, entire plant is pot is covered with moss. Now we are placing this plant in the water. The water level of the water should be below the rim. To prevent the water to enter above the pot, only to get the water from the capillary action from the drainage holes. Water will be absorbed by the soil from these drainage holes, then slowly the water enters into the entire soil and the entire soil becomes completely wet because of the capillary action. So here foolproof method. This is a foolproof method of guaranteed method of water when the water entering into the complete soil and soil will be completely wet. So when we are doing the repotting on a bonsai pot, this is the best method of watering after repotting the pot. Then tomorrow onwards we can put it from the top. But only today we are putting this one for 10 minutes in a pot up, and the soil will enter from the slope. By एक molecule, एक cell of the soil absorb this water and slowly complete soil will be wet. This you can observe within 10 minutes. After that, just remove this moss. You can see the complete soil will be wet. This is the good way of watering the plant when you did repotting the bonsai plant. Thank you friends for watching the video. Then this is our completed bonsai plant. Now today we saw about the placement of the plant in a bonsai pot. Where to place, what is the good position, we have seen all those things today, and we'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.